Good morning, children. Today we discussed about our chapter 14, factorization. Okay, factorization of an expression means we write it in the form of factors. Okay, that factors may be variables or constants. For example, 5xy. 5xy means it is the product of 5x and y. That 5 is a constant, x and y are called the variables. Okay. Another example, 16x square is z. 16 is a constant, x square is a variable, z is another variable. Then we can factorize an expression using different methods, and the first method is method of taking common factors. Method of taking common factors. Okay, this is the first method. Here we use this example, 8x plus 16. 8x plus 16 means here we have two terms. That is, it is an example for binomial. Okay. So 8x and 16, here we have a variable and here we have 8 and 16 as constant. From these two, which are the common factors? 2 is a common factor, 4 is a common factor, and again 8 is a common factor. Here we take the highest common factor. So we take 8 outside, then we get 8 into, if you take 8 outside from this, we have x remains plus, here from 16, if you take 2 outside, then 2 remains. So we get 8 into x plus 2. Okay, this is the method of taking common factor. Okay, then another example, 14pq plus 35pqr. Here we have 3 variables, but here we have only 2 variables. And from 14 and 35, which is the common factor, 7 is a common factor. Then p is common, q is also common. So 7pq take outside, you get 2 remains from the first term, because 7pq into 2 gives 14pq, plus if you take 7 from 35, then remains 5, because we know that 7 5 is 35. Then pq take outside, then remains r. So we get 7pq into 2 plus 5r. This is the first method, that is method of taking common factor. Then another method means, in some questions we can take common factors by regrouping it. Then only we can take. That is, suppose we have 4 terms. In the first and third terms we have common factors, and in the second and fourth term we have the common factors. So we arrange like this. First, then you write the third term, then write the second and fourth, like that. That method is called the regrouping. Regrouping and then take the common factors. That is the next method. Method 2, regrouping. Okay, regrouping. Here I explain this using an example. The question is 2xy plus 3 plus 2y plus 3x. Here we have 4 terms and 2xy and 3. If you consider the first 2 terms, there is no common factors. Okay. So, but clearly we know that the first and third term containing common factors. Okay. So, 2 and y is common. So, we rearrange or regrouping like this. Write the first term, then you write the third term, then write the second term, then 3x. Here 2xy and 2y, 2 is common, y is common. So 2y take outside, then x remains here. So x plus 2y common, then no numbers x, so we write it as 1 plus, then 3 plus 3x, 3 is common. So 1 plus x. Okay, x plus 1 and 1 plus x have the same meaning. In the next step, we take this this is a common factor because we know that x plus 1 and 1 plus x are same. So we take that x plus 1 outside, then 2y, then you put this sign plus 3. In this way, we regrouping the numbers. Okay. Another example, x square plus 8x plus xy plus 8y. Okay, here we want to factorize it. So, we write it as x square plus, then you write the third term xy plus, write the second and fourth term together, 8x plus 8y. Okay, is equal to, x is common from these two terms. So, take x outside, you get x plus y plus, here 8 is common, 8 into x plus y. So x plus y is common, take it outside, x plus y into x plus 8. Okay, this is another example of regrouping the given expression and then how we factorize. Another one is example 3, ax plus bx minus ay minus by. Okay, here ax and bx, we can write x outside, x into, no need to regrouping, or we can regrouping also because we have ax and ay, we can take a outside. Anyway, you get the same final answer. Here I write these two terms together and take negative outside, and ay and by, y is common. Minus y take outside, then a remains, then this minus become plus, because if you open this bracket, minus y into a is minus ay, and minus into plus, then only we get negative sign here. So this becomes plus b. A plus b is common. Take that a plus b outside. Here x remains. Put this sign minus. So the what is answer? A plus b into x minus y. Okay. Then next is factorization using identities. We have three identities. The first one is a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus ab plus 2ab plus b square. Then a minus b the whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, and a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. These are the three identities, and we can factorize an algebraic expression using these three identities. Okay. Next we discuss some problems related to these identities. How we can factorize an algebraic expression using these identities. And the first one is example, x square plus 14x plus 49. Okay, x square plus 14x plus 49. Here we have plus sign, so we apply the first identity, and first we rewrite this as x square plus 2ab. Here in the b square position we have 49. This b square is 49, means what is b? b is 7, isn't it? So we can write 2ab form. 14x can be written in the form of 2ab, that is 2 into, instead of a we have x, and b is 7 plus 7 square. Okay, so we can write it as x square plus 2ab plus y square 4. So x plus 7 the whole square, that is x plus 7 into x plus 7. Okay. Another one is example 4y square minus 12y plus 9. Here we have negative sign also. So which identity we apply? The second identity, a minus b the whole square. So what is a minus b the whole square? A square minus 2ab plus b square. So instead of a square we have 4y square. So we can write it as 2y the whole square. We need a term the whole raised to 2. That's why we write this 4y square as 2y the whole square. So 2y the whole square minus, then instead of 2ab we have 12y. So 2 into, what is a here? 2y, and what is b? 3. So we can write 2 into 2, 4, 4 3s are 12y. We get the same term. So split this 12y as minus 2. A is 2y, b is 3 plus b square. So this is the expansion of which one? 2y minus 3 the whole square. That is 2y minus 3 into 2y minus 3. Okay. In this way we can apply the identity and convert it into product of factors. Another example is 36p square minus 49. That is, we have only two terms. So which identity we can apply? A square minus b square. So a square means 36p square. That is, a square is 36p square means what is a? A is 6p. Then only we get a square as 36p square. So we can write it as, apply the third identity, and we can write, first we write it as 6p the whole square minus 49 is also a perfect square. So we can write it as 7 square. Okay, this is of the form a square minus b square. And what is a square minus b square? A plus b into a minus b. Okay, in this way we write the factors of the given expression. Then another question, another example, m raised to 4 minus 256. Here we have m raised to 4, but we need to write it as a term the whole raised to 2. So we can write it as m square the whole square. Okay, m square the whole square is, apply the law of exponent and we can write it as a raised to m the whole raised to n is a raised to mn. That is m raised to 2 into 2, it is m raised to 4. Minus 256 is also a perfect square and it is the square of 16. So we can write it as m square the whole square minus 16 square. So m square the whole square minus 16 square means a square minus b square 4. What is a square minus b square? A plus b into a minus b. So m square minus 16 into m square plus 16, and this is the factors of given expression. Okay, these are the problems related to these three identities, that is a plus b the whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square, and a minus b the whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. A plus b into a minus b is a plus a square minus b square. All these three identities, and we do the problems related to this one. Okay, next one is factors of the form x plus a into x plus b. That is, the first term in both factors are same, but the second terms are different. Here x plus a into x plus b form. I will explain using an example. For factorize x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, x square plus 5x plus 6. And first you find out which is the last term, 6. And which is the coefficient of x square here, 1. Take its product, 6 into 1. What is 6 into 1? 6. Is it clear? First you find out the constant term and coefficient of x square, or the first term, take its product, you get the answer 6. Then you find out the coefficient of the middle term. Coefficient of the middle term is 5. Thus we choose two numbers. Okay. Then you find out two numbers whose product is 6 and sum is 5. Can you say which are the two numbers whose product is 6 and sum is 5? First you find out which two numbers gives the product 6. 3 2s are 6, 1 6 are 6. These are the two cases. In this one, which one gives the sum 5? You find out that. Clearly we know that 3 and 2. Because 3 2s are 6 and 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay. So, using these two numbers, you split the middle term 5x. That is, instead of 5x, you write it as 3x plus 2x. Okay. No other change in the first and the last term. So, we write it as x square plus, instead of 5x, what you write? 3x plus 2x. Then you write the last term. Thus, we get 4 terms. Then the next step is pairing the numbers. Take 2 at a time. Then x square plus 3x means x is a common factor. Take it outside, we get x plus 3. Then put this sign. 2x plus 6. 2x plus 6 means 2 is a common factor. So x plus 3 here also we get, because 2 into x, 2x, 2 3s are 6 is equal to x plus 3 is a common factor. Take it outside. Then x remains. Put this sign 2. So what you get? X plus 3 into x plus 2. Okay. In this way we can factorize this type of equation. Another question, 3m square plus 9m plus 6. 3m square plus 9m plus 6, which is the constant term? 6. And which is the first term? 3. Take its product. 6 into 3, 18. And middle term is 9. Then you choose two numbers whose product is 18 and sum should be 9. Which are the two numbers? Product gives 18 means 6 3s are 18. Then 9 2s are 18. 1 into 18 is also 18. Select the pair which gives the sum 9. Can you say which are the two numbers gives the product 18 and sum 9? 6 and 3 from that collection. So 6 plus 3 is 9 and 6 into 3 is 18. Using that two numbers, we split the middle term 9m. 3m square plus 6m plus 3m plus 6 is equal to, here which number we can take? 3 is common, m is also common. Take m, 3m outside we get m here. Here we get 2 because 3m into 2 gives 6m. Here 3 is common, m plus 2. If your step is correct, here we get the same factors. M plus 2 is a common factor. Take that m plus 2 outside. 3m plus 3. In this way, we can factorize. Okay. Another question. Z square minus 4z minus 12. That is, we have negative sign. Coefficient of z square 1. Constant term minus 12. So, product minus 12. And sum should be minus 4. Which are the two numbers? Gives the product minus 12 means one number should be negative. And sum should be minus 4. Sum is negative means we need a positive number and a negative number. Take its difference and put the sign of the greatest number. So we get the highest number should be negative and the smallest one is positive. So can you say which are the two numbers? So if you take 6 and 2, 6 into 2 gives 12, but one number should be negative. But the sum should be a negative number means highest number should be negative and two positives. Minus 6 and 2. By using these two numbers, we split the middle term. That is z square minus 6z plus 2z. We write it as minus 6z plus 2z minus 12. Here z is common. Z minus 6 plus 2 is common. We get z minus 6. Here z minus 6 is a common factor. take it outside. Z minus 6 into Z plus 2. In this way, we factorize the algebraic expression. Given algebraic expression Z square minus 4Z minus 2. Hope you understood all the problems. This is the first part of this chapter. All of you watch this video and write these notes also. Okay, thank you.